Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Hysteria Projects. Hope you're doing well. Figured I'd pull some charms. This is a general message, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. This ain't gonna resonate for everybody right off the bat. I'm trying to see which deck I'm being led to use for this one. Give me just a second. Alright, so it looks like there's some energy around you, okay? That, hang on, my cards are upside down. That was awfully fruitful. This person had very lustful ways, okay? Very, very lustful ways. This person could have had a sex addiction. You know, let's just be real about it. And at the moment, this person is undergoing a lot of depression because they weren't using protection. You know? Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Uh-oh. Okay. Take a breath. Okay. Suppression. This person's trying to keep it all together, but they're not. Now, this fruitfulness, you know, I don't know if this is in the sense of this person having knocked someone up or getting pregnant, or if this is a sense of maybe having contracted something, okay? I'm not really sure on that, but it definitely is one of the two. It's got something to do with them not being protected out here doing their thing, okay? And they're really upset about this right now, whatever this is. Give us some clarity, please. Oh, this person is losing their mind. They're having a complete breakdown over being lazy, over not taking a second to wrap it up. Or to not taking a second to make sure it's wrapped. You know, this person feels like everything is coming to an end right now. This person feels like their life is over. Oh, this could have even been like a broken condom type of situation. Whew. This breakthrough. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah, somebody is either pregnant or got knocked up because something broke through. Oh, God. Oh, this person is so depressed. So depressed. This person doesn't see children as a blessing, okay? This person is either taking a minute to look at their heart, or people are trying to look at their heart, okay? Because the depression and the complete, okay, all of it I'm getting. And this person doesn't believe that children are a blessing. Now, children are a blessing. It's a blessing to have life, okay? It's a blessing to be alive. This person does not think that. And I'm going to just take a second, okay? This innocence here. I'm just going to take a second to defend whoever this person is, okay? I feel like this person is being harshly judged. All right. I often myself struggle between, thinking children are a blessing and thinking that life is not a blessing, okay? It all depends on, I think, the way that you're looking at it, okay? If you're looking at it as a perspective, okay, let's say we'll start with material, all right? We'll start with this physical realm, that they're expensive, that they require a lot of time, a lot of effort, they're life-changing, a lot of things that are required that not everybody necessarily feels ready for, okay? That would lead to more of a negative outlook, all right? If you're somebody, or if your situation is, you're in a happy relationship with somebody and you're both trying to have a child, you know what I'm saying? Then that is a blessing. Perspective has a lot to do with it, okay? And our perspective has a lot to do with what's going on around us currently and where we are in our own journey at that moment, all right? So let me just take it a little deeper for a second, okay? Yes, life is a blessing. Yes, it is, okay? But I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Until you've seen some kind of light, until you've experienced, the good parts of life, life does not seem like a blessing. If you have been continuously faced with trials and lessons and you've had a hard life, life does not feel like a blessing, okay? It feels painful. It feels very painful. Even though I think that babies are a blessing and that life itself is a beautiful miracle, does not mean I have always thought that way, and does not mean that I still don't have my own thoughts that kind of teeter back and forth. Life is hard. And sometimes we forget that we chose this. So when all of these things are happening, they're happening to us, okay? So therefore, life feels like a punishment. I don't celebrate life. Like, when a child is born, I don't celebrate that. I'm not really excited and happy and all of that. I'm not. I'm really not. There's a sense of sadness, to be honest, because this child is going to have to go through all these lessons and pain and everything to discover who they are, to discover a lot of the beautiful things, okay? It's only when we start to become aware and we start to change our perspective that we change the way that life, like how that means to us, okay? Whether we view it positively or negatively. And I could be fucking losing y'all right now, and that's fine, okay? But this person not thinking that life, like a child, is a blessing, I feel like a lot of that comes from what I'm talking about right now. There's a sadness to bring life into this world. There's a mourning that I personally have because life is fucking hard. And when we die, we're not in that same pain and that same ignorance and that same, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason, I don't know, I celebrate, like, I don't know. I I view it a bit backwards than tradition, okay? And that doesn't come from a malicious stand of view. It all is about our own perspective of things, okay? So I want to defend this person. This person is having a complete freak out. This person is depressed. You know, rubber broke. Shit has happened. You know, this person, they have the right to feel the way that they feel. They do, okay? This person is having a very natural reaction for themselves, you know, about this. And this is going to cause this person to really confront a lot of these thoughts and things too. You know, that's how these things develop and evolve over time. All right. But I wanted to take a second there because I feel like whoever this is undergoing a lot of harsh judgment. You know, this person is being viewed as if, you know, do you even have a heart? You know, how could you not, you know, think that this child is a blessing, or, you know what I'm saying? And there's lots of reasons. There's lots of reasons. That doesn't make it true or not true. That's part of this experience, okay? Is learning and trying to figure things out. So I just wanted to take a moment on that. You know, this person is facing their own individuality right now, okay? With all of this that's going on, and on top of, you know, this person definitely feels like they're being judged. You know, and it's adding to their depression. It's adding to their worries here. And, you know, don't get me wrong, this person has some sort of lustful ways, you know, could have a sex addiction even. This person definitely was out there. You know, they're also reflecting on that. Try not to judge this person. You know, this person has feelings too, and they're entitled to their feelings as well. You know, this is coming to them as like a tower moment almost, you know, and they're trying to cope with it. Yeah. Things are gonna be okay, you know. With this Chariot here, things are gonna be fine. And this person was just out here partying, having a good time with a bunch of people, and this is changing their life. Okay, it's definitely got them in their thoughts about a lot of things, and this might be exactly what needed to happen to this person right now. You know, this could be the breakthrough that they needed in their life for something to change. You know, this Justice and this Two of Swords, you know, it's like this person almost feels like it's their karma for having been in this energy. You know, and that's them taking a deeper look. That's them taking a deeper look in themselves. You know, allow this person to process this, to go through what they need to go through with this. You know, this Five of Pentacles, this is a huge change for this person. There are major things that this person is facing right now. Their whole world is changing, you know, and they're trying to continue to just push forward. You know, they're looking and trying to see what their future is about to look like. And right now, you know, they're having really bad thoughts. They're having, you know, negative thoughts about everything. This person is definitely learning some lessons here about themselves, really. Let's see, let's pull one of these for final. Allow this person, you know, if you were in a situation, regardless of what it is about, if you were in a situation and you felt, you know, all these emotions and all these different thoughts, and the people around you were making you feel worse, like you were a bad person, when it doesn't come from that, you know, put yourself in this person's shoes for a second. And I think that's why I needed to explain and stand up for whoever this is, you know, because just because this person doesn't see this as a blessing does not mean that this is coming from, I don't know, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. It doesn't mean that they're heartless. It's, everybody views things differently. And our perspective of things are ever changing, okay? Especially based on our experiences. Okay, let's see. Dedication. Water what you believe, even when it hasn't bloomed. You know, this is going to change this person's life, okay? And this person knows it. This is dedication. This is commitment. This is a human being, okay? So allow this person to go through their process right now. That's all. You know, it's gonna be okay. I hope this message helped. And until next time, bye.